this one, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, and that is a tier list. If you're unfamiliar with what that is, it is just a ranking with letter grades. I want to do this because I have this obsession with ranking things. Like, I love it. I don't know if it's an OCD thing or what, but you should see the amount of notepads I have saved on my computer where I rank everything. Shows, athletes, characters from shows, movies, songs. Like, I just love ranking things. And I go in depth. Like, for example, when I'm ranking my top, what I think is the top 10 to 20 NBA players of all time, I take in everything. I take in total points, points per game, playoff points, finals appearances, championships, championship record, all NBAs, like every possible accolade you could think of. How many times they let in blocks? How many? It has to be something with OCD. I need it to be perfect and confident in my ranking. Now, the first ranking that I'm going to be doing is the Halloween franchise. I'm doing this because I am obsessed with horror movies ever since I was like 4 when I saw Child's Play and I cried. I was so scared at the ending. I've been hooked ever since. So, I don't know, it's really all that I watch. I will watch another movie if someone wants to with me. Or every now and then I'll watch a dumb comedy. But for the most part, on my own, I'm picking a horror movie. Specifically slasher, that is my subgenre that I love the most. Now, Scream is my favorite franchise, but I want to rewatch 5 and 6, specifically 6, again before I make a definitive ranking on that, because I love the original 4. 5 and 6 are okay, but this new craze that everyone has, that Scream 5, Scream 6, it's the best. It's the young generation, and I'm not like an old head or anything, but I grew up with the Scream movies. I grew up with Wes Craven as my favorite director, and it's just not. We'll get to that for the Scream ranking. But I chose Halloween because there's more in it, and it's the most familiar I think people are, because it's like the OG slasher. Well, that would be Psycho. Psycho came out in 1960, I believe. Halloween was 78. And then Texas Chainsaw Massacre was 74. And Black Christmas was 73. There could be others that I'm missing, but the point is, it's not the first slasher movie, but it's the most popular one. So, everyone has seen Halloween. If you haven't, I don't know where the hell you've been living under a rock, that's for sure. Now, before I start this ranking, I need to reiterate that this is just my opinion. Please don't get mad. Don't start typing me a long paragraph in the comments about how dumb I am. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. In fact, let me know in the comments what your ranking is. Now, how this is going to work, F tier. This movie shouldn't exist, and I pretty much refuse to watch it unless I have to for some reason, like I'm doing a ranking. D tier. I really don't want to watch it. It's not good, but I will if I'm feeling in the mood, specifically if I'm doing a marathon. C. Not great. Not bad. It's average. I'll watch it, you know. B. Pretty damn good. It's a staple. I gotta watch it every Halloween season, and I have to watch it in marathons. A. Top notch. Definitely, one of the better, one of the best, but it's not S tier. S tier is like the best of the best of the best, virtually flawless, untouchable, amazing. Now I'm gonna go in order from 1 through 13. I thought about doing the different timelines, but there's too many timelines. I mean, you got Halloween 3, that's by itself. Then you got 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. then you got 9, 10, then you got 1, 11, 12, 13. So I'm just gonna go from beginning to end. So first is Halloween from 1978. This is gonna piss a lot of people off, but I'm actually gonna put this in seat. I'm kidding. It's S tier. Come on. I don't need to say much. The score and the music, perfect. The story, perfect. The cinematography, perfect. This is like the perfect slasher movie. And it holds up so well. This movie is 88, 98. This is going on 50 years old. 50 years old, and it still holds up amazingly. So, easily S tier. Halloween 2. I like it, and I do have a lot of nostalgia with it. It has one of my favorite kills in the entire franchise with the hot tub scene, where she dunks the nurse's head in, and every time she comes up, there's like layers of skin off. I think it's one of the best kills. I'm gonna put it in B tier. It's enjoyable, and there's nostalgia for me, but it is long. It does drag on a bit, and there's a lot of unnecessary dialogue, I feel. And that's why it's lower than A or S. Halloween 3. This is going to be the first one that probably pisses some people off. Most people would put it in F tier, and that's because it has zero to do with Michael Myers. And the reason for that is Halloween as a franchise was not meant to be about Michael Myers. It was meant to be about a different Halloween story each time. However, the original did so well that John Carpenter wanted to just finish off the story and give people a second movie, which is where Halloween 2 came into play, which now I'm going to give spoilers throughout this, so if you haven't seen any of these, be warned. That's why at the end of Halloween 2, it's like they killed Michael Myers. You know, he burns alive. That was it. And then Halloween 3 was going to pick up with the initial plan of creating a different story, which is where Season of the Witch came in. That did so bad, though, and people hated it so much that Halloween 4 was titled The Return of Michael Myers, and thus this is the franchise we now know. I didn't watch this. I refused to for the longest time. I remember I saw it when I got younger. When I was younger, and I was like halfway through, and I was like, where's Michael? At first I thought one of the goons was Michael Myers, in like a human mask, but then I saw more of them. I'm like, okay, this is a weird story. I didn't know. I was too young. When I got older, I decided to, you know what, I'm gonna sit down and watch it as its own horror movie. I'm not gonna think about it as Halloween. I'm gonna think about it as Season of the Witch, and if you can do that, you will appreciate how damn good this movie really is. And for that reason, I'm putting it in B tier. Now, I don't know if this is above or below Halloween 2. I'm very torn on it. I think as a movie, Halloween 3 is better, but I have so much nostalgia for Halloween 2 that I almost want to keep that above. It's very hard. For right now, I'm going to keep Halloween 2 above Halloween 3, but that could change. They're very, very close for me. Halloween 4, another one that might piss some people off. I'm putting this in S tier. I love this movie. This is probably my favorite Halloween movie. In fact, I'm almost tempted to put it above the original, because I think I almost like it more than the original because I have so much nostalgia with it. This is one that I've probably watched the most. I would watch it all the time with my cousins and aunt and my mom. I love this movie. I love the story. I love Danielle Harris. Her character, Jamie Lloyd, she does a fantastic job. Fantastic job. I just like the story. A lot of people hate Michael Myers' mask in here, but I like it. In fact, I'm gonna do a ranking on the masks. That reminds me. And I just love it. I love the creepiness of it. I love the fact that they do a callback to Ben Tramer. I love her foster sister. I can't think of her name right now. It's just a damn good movie, and I love how Michael is smarter, taking out the power of the town and waiting in the house with the shot. Like, I just love this movie. I'm gonna put it below 1978, the original, though, just because I don't. While it's probably my favorite, that's mainly due to nostalgia, and so I'm gonna try to be unbiased and keep the original above it. I could always put it down to A, like a very high A. In fact, realistically, this movie should be in the middle. It'd be like between A and S, but I'm gonna keep it here. Halloween 5, on the other hand, is going to go. I don't think it's D tier. It's definitely not B. I guess C then, because I used to love this movie as a kid. Again, the nostalgia factor. And the older I get, the less I enjoy it. It's very slow. I don't like that they killed off. Oh, what the hell's her name? I'm stumped, but her foster sister. I think she's a fantastic character and should not have been killed off, at least that early and unceremoniously. And then, oh my god, Tina. Tina is the most annoying. I don't know, there's a lot of annoying characters in horror, but Tina was terrible. I like rooted for her death. She's awful. So, and the fact that they made Jamie a mute, I don't know. And then Dr. Loomis he's like the bad guy in the movie. He's verbally abusive. I don't know what the hell this is about, but I'm gonna put it in C tier because I do have nostalgia with it. And I like that it continues the story from Halloween 4, but I'll watch it for marathons, but that's it. I never pick this on my own to watch it. Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. Spoiler alert, this is my least favorite of the franchise. I'm tempted to put it in F tier. In fact, I might put it in F tier. It's either D, it's a very low D, or a very high F. I think I'm gonna put it in F tier. Because this movie sucks. Paul Rudd did not do a good job. I don't think this is like his first gig in acting, I think, ever. I could be wrong. The fact that they made Michael Myers impregnate his niece is just weird. This whole Thorn storyline with the reason Michael is the way he is because he was chosen by the Thorn cult to be the satanic leader and go on the spree, and he's possessed, and it's just what the like. I don't know what the hell they were thinking with this movie. I don't ever really watch it. Even when I do marathons, I generally skip over it. So I'm gonna put it in F tier, I guess. I just don't like this movie. Halloween H2O, on the other hand, I love. I'm gonna put it in A tier. Realistically, I almost want to put it in S tier, but we can't have 3 S tier movies, so I mean, we could, but we're not going to, so I will put H2O just below Halloween 4. I love the fact that they brought Jamie Lee Curtis back. LL Cool J is hilarious in this. I like the story, the scene of it being in college. The kid from Jumanji's in this movie. It's a little more violent and gory than the previous ones too, which is kind of nice. It's not over the top, but I just love it. I love this movie, and I also had it on VHS as a kid and watched it religiously. So again, a lot of nostalgia. In fact, these top 4 movies so far have a lot of nostalgia, so you're seeing a trend there. Halloween Resurrection. Now this, most people would throw in F tier. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna bump it up to D tier. is a lot of nostalgia with it. But the older I get, the more I dislike it. And each time I watch it, I have less love for it. It's not good acting. The acting is terrible. I don't know why they casted Tyra Banks. I don't know why they casted Busta Rhymes. It's just not good. They made Michael Myers a laughingstock. He was a goof. Busta Rhymes beat the shit out of him with kung fu. And I loved that as a kid. I thought, oh yeah, Busta go kicks. I get older and I'm like, oh no, what are you doing to Michael? And that's not Busta Rhymes' fault. This is just, he did the best that you kind of would expect. But this is like the era of movies and horror movies with Slat. This came out in like 2001, I think. And so they were doing a lot of this mainstream celebrities in horror movies, specifically rappers. Well, I shouldn't say specifically rappers, but you'd see it a lot. It's just not good. And the plot is pretty dumb too, so. But I will watch it in marathons. I don't hate it. It is just not a good movie, so D tier. Halloween 2007, the Rob Zombie remake. This divides a lot of people. A lot of people hate Rob Zombie. I'm not one of them. I really enjoy his movies, for the most part. He is a bit vulgar. Oh, that's an understatement. He's very vulgar, unnecessary at a lot of the times, but it adds to that dark, gritty, grimy, grindhouse feel to horror, which I do like. And a lot of people hate that he casts his wife in every movie. I don't mind it. She does a decent enough job. She's not a bad actress. It does get redundant, but I don't know. I don't mind her. I'm gonna put it in B tier, but it's below these two easily. I do like how they went into an in-depth backstory. The first 30 minutes of the movie is Michael as a kid. Some people hate that. They like the anonymity. I can't say that word, but I'm trying to say the unknown about Michael. Why is he the way he is? And I understand that, but at the same time, I like the direction Rob Zombie took it. I think it's a good film, and I love the fact that oh my God, they brought back Danielle Harris as a cameo. She doesn't play Jamie Lloyd. She's a different character, but I appreciate bringing her in, and I love Scout Taylor Compton as well, so. The sequel to this, on the other hand, is not good. I'm going to put it in D tier below Resurrection. I just don't know what Rob Zombie was trying to do with this film. I don't like the fact that you hear Michael Myers grunt. I don't like the fact that you see half of his face. It's like a weird psychological Norman Bates type of, I don't know, it's just weird. I don't get it. Maybe I need to sit down one day and watch it and really think about it like I did with the Season of the Witch, and I could appreciate it more. But it's just not good now. Tyler Mane, the guy who plays Michael Myers, does a fantastic job. In fact, I think he's one of the best Michaels, only behind Nick Castle, I think. I think he's my second favorite, maybe third behind Dick Warlock. I'm not sure, but I do like him. It's not his fault. It's just not I don't know. It's weird. It's like it's a Michael Myers movie, but it's not. I don't know. It's just different. I will give Rob Zombie credit. He swung for the fences, and it just happened to be that he struck out, in my opinion. But I appreciate the effort. Now for the final three, the trilogy, most recently Halloween 2018. This is A tier, below H2O, but it's a low A. This is high A, this is low A, but it's a great movie. It is more gory than previous Halloween films because Halloween is not necessarily known as a gore fest, but they step it up in this one Well, the Rob Zombie ones can get pretty brutal, but, and I just love it. There are a lot of callbacks to the original movie that you will notice if you're a big fan like me. I love that they continued the story. I love Jamie Lee Curtis's character. I love the movie. It's a great movie, I think, and I think it's easily the best of the new trilogy. So, there's really nothing else I can say about that. Halloween Kills. A lot of people did not like this. I do. And I'm gonna put it in B tier. It's above the Rob Zombie. It's above Season of the Witch. And above Halloween 2. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put Season of the Witch above Halloween 2. This movie is bloody. I said Halloween 2018 stepped up the gore. Shit. This one goes balls to the wall with it, and I love it. It's really just a filler movie. There's not a whole lot of story. It picks up right where 2018 left off. Like, literally the split second that it left off, this picks up. The story isn't the most in-depth story. This is mainly just a filler movie. It's the middle one of this trilogy, and it's meant to just show Michael in his big, bulky killing glory, and that's exactly what it does. And that scene where he comes out of the house with the flames, oh, you talk about badassery. And then finally, Halloween ends. And I'm not crazy about this movie. It's not F tier. I don't think it's D tier. I guess C, because it's definitely not B, so I'll put it in C tier above Halloween 5. My issue with this is the fact that this does not feel like a Michael Myers movie. He's barely in it, and when he is, he's practically dying. And I get that he's an old man now, but that was the mystique of him being this indestructible, unkillable monster. And now you just really humanize him. I don't know, my thinking is, I don't know, the story itself is good, but it shouldn't have been a Michael Myers movie. They should have taken that story and did a different movie with it, I feel. Or this Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends should have flip-flopped. Halloween Ends should have been the middle ground, where you introduce a new character and a new subplot, and then have Halloween Kills be Michael's final, just kill. You would obviously have to switch things up in the ending and everything, but I don't know, it was such a letdown with this being the final movie in the trilogy and in the franchise. Well, that's until somebody buys the rights and remakes Halloween 5 years from now. You know that's gonna happen, but I don't know, it was just very underwhelming to me. Did not enjoy it the first time I watched, and wasn't too crazy about it the second time either. Maybe I'll like it more the more I watch it, but we'll see. I don't even think I saw it all the way through the second time. I forget. That's how little I cared. But yeah, guys, that is my final ranking, I think. Let's double check. You know what? I'm gonna bump this up. It's still a bad movie, but I don't think it quite deserves to be an F tier. So I'm gonna put that in D tier, but it is below these. Squeaky chair. Halloween 2, Resurrection. Halloween 5, Halloween Ends. Rob Zombie. Again, these two are very close. They could flip-flop back and forth. It just depends on the mood that I'm in. But for right now, I'm in Halloween 3 mood. Halloween Kills. Actually, these three are pretty damn close. You could really have any variation. Actually, yeah, you could have any variation of these three and I'd be happy with it. It just depends. But for right now, I'm going to do this. Halloween 2018. This is the safest pick. I know it does not go above H2O. I know it does not go below Halloween Kills. This is safe. very good movie. H2O, again, part of me wants to bump it up here because I love these three movies so much. I could watch them over and over and over and over and never get tired of them, truthfully. But it would be a bit ridiculous to have three movies up there. So I'm going to put that down here. And then Halloween 4, realistically, I should make this the ranking. But I just love this movie too much. There's so much nostalgia for it. Halloween 4 and Halloween H2O are borderline A to S tiers. Both of them. But I'm going to do a 2 and 2 and just make it like this. So, that is my final ranking, guys. Let me know in the comments what your ranking is. And that is it. I will see you guys in the next episode.